So, that didn't last long. So back on Wednesday, December 15th, the devs of Stalker 2 decided to announce to the world their latest initiative, and that is to introduce a NFT-backed metaverse into the game. And that is like the most 2021 sentence you can literally imagine at this point. But then just a day later, on December 16th, they announced that they are cancelling this after huge fan backlash. And honestly, what I can say is, has no one on the dev team been on the internet recently? NFTs are kind of a touchy subject, and watching all that pre-order money disappear must have been a pretty rough wake-up call for them here. But whatever, they did something the families didn't like, they scrapped it, it should be fine, right? No, because they did actually try to defend the position on this for quite a while. First by reminding people on Twitter that this is completely optional and something people can just ignore if they want and something that won't affect gameplay, and then later on with this glorious post that they later deleted. Just take a second to read it. It is so beautifully out of touch, it's almost majestic. And they really try to make people forget that this post ever existed, because not only did they delete it, but they're also hiding replies of people talking about that post. Yeah, that's not a good look, guys. But who's ultimately in the right here? Was the fanbase justified in lashing out that much against NFTs? Should the devs have continued and tried to experiment with NFTs? And I know what you're all wondering, what on earth's my take on NFTs? And seeing how that's kind of an unavoidable thing, let me just get this straight. I'm a tech geek, I just like new technologies. Now don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I'm a full supporter of NFTs, and definitely not in this case, because please tell me, why on earth could this not have simply been a normal in-game store where you pay normal money? Granted, the fact that the industry has normalized microtransactions that much is a conversation for another day, but that would still be a lot better than an NFT system, not to mention much easier to program and less expensive for the company. And the arguments I did hear for this NFT system is that, well, players could be able to resell the items they don't need or whatever. But guess what? That exact thing can be done already without NFTs. Not to mention the fact that taking a digital thing that can be infinitely reproduced, turning it into a one-of-a-kind NFT to give it perceived value, to then sell it for money, is the death of the concept of economics, but again, that's a story for another day. And even if, what kind of company would allow themselves to be undercut by their own player base like this? Having players trade these items and buying them for cheaper than buying them directly from the company would be kind of a dumb move. Now, it would be a pro-consumer move if they did allow people to trade items that they didn't want and earn money that way instead of buying from the store, and it would be a generally good move if they did that with NFTs or without, but let's be honest, game companies, they just want to make as much money as possible. And besides, I'm not a big CSGO fan, but apparently there's a huge economy when it comes to reselling CSGO items, where people can make hundreds of dollars, and those aren't NFTs either, and that existed for a long time. You literally don't need to create an NFT system for this. And that's not even mentioning the whole energy consumption problem of NFTs, and as we all know, that's pretty bad for the environment. Now again, I'm not against the idea of NFTs, and it's a technology that I think in the future will do a lot of good when it comes to security, cryptography, and managing digital assets. But like with all great ideas, they have to be ruined by people, and NFTs in this instance are no exception. This was just a lousy attempt to get in on a trend without understanding that they could do the exact same thing the way that companies have been doing it for ages. But let me know what you think of this entire debacle down in the comments below. I'm really curious to see what you guys think, and definitely let me know how your thoughts on the game have changed because of this. Are you gonna not buy the game now, for example, because of this, or have you gained or lost respect for the developer for this move? Do let me know. And don't worry, if you're disappointed that you can't spend money on these NFTs, well, how about spend them on our Patreon instead? And how's that for a segue, huh? Because if you pledge just $1 singular a month, then it truly goes a long way in helping on this channel and allows me to make way better videos on way more interesting topics. And I'd also like to thank my existing patrons, Gavin Burns, Ryan OKB, Meg Sumner, Shane Allcroft, Lansby, and Comic Age Clothing. Thank you guys so much, support truly goes a long way. Down there you're also going to find our merch store, our Amazon associates links, plus also our Discord server and our social media links as well. But anyway, that's about it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.